Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Thank you, DTMs. Thank you, Bu Salah, for everything that you've done for me. Thank you, Kulu, for everything you've done for me. The whole PR team, all the leaders, all the DTMs, all club officers, district directors, division directors, dignitaries, everybody. Thank you, and especially to the children. My heart is with the young people. If you are a young person under the age of 25, please stand up. Yes! 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 Can we clap for the young people? Thank you, young people. Thank you. So important. Some of y'all are 26 and a half, and that's okay. The rest of you are 26 and a half. I know, me too. Me too, me too. Young people, I love you so much. I am so glad that you are here this evening because that says a lot about who you are, even if your parents made you come. That's okay. You're still here. I love to hear from you. I love to hear your voice. I don't want to sit here and lecture you and talk to you because I know you have something to say, but sometimes you are silenced. And lucky for me, I have a 6-year-old who never stops talking. So I love to hear from you. It's going to be some times in this hour that I have with you that I may ask you to tell me something. Tell me a goal. Tell me a dream. Tell me something about yourself. It's very important to hear it from the mouths of young people because they have a lot to say and they have a fresh, pure, innocent take on life. And that's why I love them because I can say, all the young people stand up and do this. And they'll do it. But if I say, all the grown-ups stand up and do this. No, you wouldn't do it. So I love the energy of the young people. I always love to acknowledge you. I was at the Indian Central School earlier, and that was amazing. And what I have not done in Kuwait, I'm kind of stepping out on a limb here. I've done it in Dubai. I've done it in Oman. I've done it in Qatar. I've done it all across the United States. It's an icebreaker that is called Peanut Butter Monday. Has anybody ever seen me do it or heard of me doing that? Well, that's wonderful. So I'm going to ask for the young people to come up. You guys can come up on the stage. If you want to, young people, 24 and under. How about that? Come on up on the stage, if you will. This is one way we unleash the champion within. Come on, young people. Come on, young people. I love it. I love it. Yes. Yes. I'm going to ask you to do some strange things. Do you agree?
No. Yes.
I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. Is that okay?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to move your body. Is that all right?
Yes.
I'm going to do it with you. It's okay.
Yes.
That's fine. If you want, that's fine. You can say, yeah, that's cool. Okay. One way you unleash the champion within is by being vulnerable and making a fool of yourself sometimes, okay? That's one way to unleash the champion within, to not be afraid of who you are. Bu Salah talked about last night, high self-esteem is knowing everything about yourself, but still liking yourself, right? I love everything about myself, so I can get on stage and do something like this and look crazy and still deliver a knockout speech and still have the trophy of world champion, but still interact with these children. They're going to give me live energy. This is called Peanut Butter Mondays. If you want to join, you're more than welcome. I know the young people want to, so let's do it. Okay. It's a repeat song where we move our bodies. You will look foolish. Okay, parents, this is the part where you take out your phone, right? And you threaten them if you don't behave, I'll upload it on social media, right? Okay.
I'm not going to move my body.
Well, just do this or something. I don't know. Okay, well, you're up here, you're on the stage, so you have to do what I say, right? Okay. Repeat after me. This is a repeat song.
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 You do what I do.
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 And you say what I say.
And you say what I say.
Excellent. Okay, now we have to get the beat going. A slow clap of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Repeat after me. Repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
Peanut butter Monday.
Peanut butter Monday.
You know what? I'm African American. I have rhythm. So let's redirect. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Almost. There you go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Peanut butter Monday.
Peanut
Yes.
Monday.
Everybody happy.
Everybody happy.
Today is Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday.
2-piece Tuesday.
2-piece Tuesday.
Peanut butter Monday.
Peanut butter Monday.
Everybody happy.
Everybody happy.
Today is Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday.
Wild Wednesday.
Hello, Wednesday.
2-piece Tuesday.
2-piece Tuesday.
Peanut butter Monday.
Peanut butter Monday.
Everybody happy.
Everybody happy.
Today is Thursday.
Today is Thursday.
Finger-licking Thursday.
Thursday.
Wild Wednesday.
Hello, Wednesday.
2-piece Tuesday.
2-piece Tuesday.
Peanut butter Monday.
Peanut butter Monday.
Everybody happy.
Everybody happy.
Today is Friday.
Today is Friday.
Payday Friday.
Payday Friday.
Finger-licking Thursday.
Thursday.
Wild Wednesday.
Hello, Wednesday.
2-piece Tuesday.
2-piece Tuesday.
Peanut butter Monday.
Butter Monday.
Everybody happy.
Everybody happy.
Today is Saturday.
Today is Saturday.
We party on Saturday. Hey! Payday Friday.
Payday Friday.
Finger-licking Thursday.
Payday
Wild Wednesday.
Hello, Wednesday.
2-piece Tuesday.
2-piece Tuesday.
Now today is Sunday.
It's Sunday.
In America,
In America.
we go to church on Sunday. All day Sunday.
All day Sunday.
All day Sunday.
All day Sunday.
Bismillah. Then we party on Saturday.
On Saturday.
Payday Friday.
Payday Friday.
Finger-licking Thursday.
Payday Friday.
Wild Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
2-piece Tuesday.
2-piece Tuesday.
Peanut butter Monday.
Peanut butter Monday.
Everybody happy.
Everybody happy.
Good job, kids. Excellent. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Good job. Great. Wonderful. You said you weren't going to move. You did a good job. Great job. You liked it. Good job. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
How did you come up with such a creative song?
Camp. Good job. Thank you so much for your participation.
24 years as a child?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you still have a lot to learn. She said, do you think 24 years is a child? I said, yes, you still have a lot to learn. So, unleashing the champion within you means you have to be yourself. You have to be yourself. If you're not a Peanut Butter Monday person, that's okay. I'm dramatic. I'm theatrical. I take risks. That's Ramona J. Smith. That's a part of who I am. You have to embrace who you are. First of all, you have to know who you are. I know who I am. I know what kind of woman I am. I know everything about myself. I'm still learning, but at this age of a little bit over 24, I am learning myself, continuing to learn myself, but I love everything about myself, failures, challenges, successes, everything. I love the goods, I love the bads, I love the highs, I love the lows. I know myself. Who are you? Do you know who you are? Have you taken the time to get to know yourself? I got to talk to the ladies for a minute. Ladies, sometimes we lose ourselves taking care of everybody else. Our kids, our husbands, our friends with the problems. Oh, you're the one she always calls. You're in the middle of doing this, and that, and then she calls and you have to take the time and talk to her. And that's okay, you love her. But a lot of times we have that heart that we just have to drop everything that we're doing and take care of everybody else. When was the last time you got your nails done? Ooh. When was the last time you got your hair done? When was the last time you got a massage? When was the last time you went to a movie by yourself? You have to take that time for self-care. Otherwise, you can never unleash the champion within you because it's being buried by everybody else's issues, okay? So we have to make sure we're taking the time to care for ourselves. Men, you have a lot on your shoulders. I am so glad that I'm not a man sometimes, because when everything falls apart, we're looking at you. When the bills are due, we're looking at you. When I can't control the children, I'm looking at you. Men, when was the last time you got a nice shave, a nice haircut? When was the last time you and the fellas just went to go fish? Do we go fishing anymore? Go to play cricket on a Saturday. When was the last time you've done something for yourself? All that responsibility, all that weight on your shoulders, it can be holding you down. It can be stressful. You can get stressed out. And if we have two stressed out people in a household, not only is it could cause tension, but it'll trickle down to our children. So self-care is very important. Understanding who you are in order to be yourself, in order to be able to fully release the champion in you and unleash the champion within you. Who competes in here with Toastmasters? Many of us. Who has been to a Toastmasters competition? Who has ever seen a Toastmasters speech? That's the majority of us. Who's never seen a public speech ever in life? Okay, all of us have seen speeches. All of us have seen amazing speeches. So I am going to share with you some of my public speaking tips, but you already know them. I'm not going to tell you anything that you don't already know. So what I want you to do is, by raising your hand, if you have something that you can think of that is needed to create a world championship speech, please raise your hand, let me call on you, and let me take notes and write it down. And then once I get 10 or 11 or 12, I'll compare what I have to what you have, and then I'll give you my personal insight, right? Because if you ask me, if you ask Darren LaCroix, if you ask Jim Key, if you ask Mr. Muhammad who just left, if you ask any of the previous world champions to give you public speaking tips, we all have different opinions. Everything is subjective. Everything that I say, you don't have to stick to it. It's not written in stone. These are my personal opinions. It is completely subjective. So take what you want, throw away the rest, okay? Take what you need, discard the rest. So if you would like to give me a public speaking tip of your own, something that you think creates, I see you young people, something that you think is needed to give a great speech, please raise your hand, let me call on you, and I'll write it down. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
You want me to tell you?
I just wanted to give you one public speaking tip.
Friends, in my opinion, what I feel is, unless you tell your own story, an experience which you have got it, and nothing comes from the lips. If it comes from the heart, then only the people can really get that message across. You're not here just to speak, but you are going to communicate and convince people from here. And I'm saying that's the first point of the speaking.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That's on my list. That's what Muhammad just said. Whether you want to tell a story or share an experience, that's something that you already know. We all already know that. Yes, Sandy, I'm sorry.
Actually, I learned that in my studies of the subconscious mind, that because our subconscious mind stores memories in pictures, that when we're practicing a speech, if we always practice the speech staying in the same place, in the same direction, then the subconscious mind will tie the photo of that environment to your speech. Therefore, you need to, when you get up on the stage, you go blank. And this is why we lose our ideas. But if you even so much as change the position and turn or move into a different room to practice the same speech, the subconscious actually learns that it's not the picture, it's what you're saying. And so in that way, you will be able to fully internalize your speech.
So practice the speech in different environments.
Multiple places.
I didn't have that one. If that's insightful to you, then write it down. If it's not, wait for the next one. Practice the speech in a different environment. Excellent. Who else would like to share? When I see you young people, let me get one of the young guys.
Okay. I think one of the most important keys in delivering an authentic speech is, interacting with the audience. I think that, in my opinion, I think you have to keep the audience engaged when you say your speech. Because if you crack a joke and then someone starts laughing, you say, hey, what was the joke again? So it's better to, I think you can interact with the audience so by asking them questions, telling them to raise their hands, or maybe asking them to repeat what you just said or guess what it was. Maybe that could really help in a great international speech.
Absolutely, I have that. That's number 7. It's not about you, it's about the audience. Excellent job. Straight from the mouth of a baby. Thank you. Thank you. Even the kids know. So if the children know, I know this is all stuff that we already know. Let's just recap. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, who has the microphone? Go ahead, sir.
So, in my opinion, I should say, you should tell it from your own heart. You should describe your own story. So you should tell facts about yourself which the others just don't know.
Okay. So be authentic, be real.
Yes.
Like Muhammad was saying.
Yeah.
Make sure it's
Be
heartfelt.
original.
Be original. Ooh, look at him. Be original, right? We don't want to see this again. We don't want to see I see something again, right? We don't want to hear about the power of words again. We already heard that. Be original, be yourself. Outstanding. Wow. Moms and dads, you should be very proud right now.
Ladies to give up cosmetics.
I'm sorry?
Be original. Ladies to give up cosmetics.
Tomorrow, I'm going to disagree with you very heavily because yesterday I looked very good. So I'm sorry. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got a tip too, but it's humor. Keeping humor in all your presentations. It attracts your audience, gets them engaged with you, and humor can help you lighten the situation at times.
Definitely. Yes, that was my number 12. Add some humor. We all want to laugh, right? Excellent, outstanding. You are the champion of gavel, right?
Yes, yes.
Claps. Claps. First place in the Gavalier speech contest. Excellent. Outstanding. Yes. Add some humor. Yes, sir.
What I feel when you're doing a speech, you should never write the whole speech down. You should only write out an outline.
Okay.
And then do whatever feels natural upon the stage.
Ooh, that's good.
Because that comes straight from the heart.
Wow.
And that is like my number 1 tip to
Okay.
everyone.
So don't add, just have the bones, don't add the meat, or just have the potatoes, don't add the gravy. Okay, I like that. I like that. Hi, gorgeous.
So say you're giving a humorous speech, you better add some jokes about yourself instead of others.
Right.
If it's embarrassing moments about others, they might feel hurt. So if it's about you, they won't feel hurt, the others.
That is excellent. Self-deprecating humor.
Yeah.
I didn't say, all the single ladies in the audience, you need a husband. I said, single Toastmasters, call me. I've been divorced. I didn't make anybody else feel bad about not being in a relationship. I put it on myself, and it was funny. It was hilarious. Everybody laughed. That was outstanding, kind, and thoughtful. Thank you. That was beautiful. Parents, you should be very proud. You should be very proud. Yes, sir. Do we have a... Oh.
Hi, Ramona.
Hi, and then here. Yes, hi.
Hi. We all talk. We share our feelings. and we remember.
Yes.
But I feel we remember more when we observe.
Okay.
Our eyes catch more details. If we could put or use an object or a prop,
Yes.
you can catch someone's attention.
Absolutely.
And even if they forget your title or your speech or the content, they will remember that this speaker used this.
What was my
and
prop?
they will remember.
What was my prop? Do you remember?
The handkerchief. The way
Yes, the towel.
I'm ready to give up. Throw in the
Absolutely.
towel.
Yes, use a prop. Yes, we agree. Doesn't a prop get your attention? We were watching Lance Miller's speech earlier. Yes, good job. I'm sorry, baby. Excellent. Outstanding. We were. That gamache used? You said there was a flower? Oh, yes, the flower in the trash can. Yes, and Lance Miller had the validation ticket that he kept pulling out of his pocket. I had the towel, of course. That was classic. But yes, props. And also, from what I've been told, props can equal points. So keep that in mind in the finals and semifinals. Having a prop can maybe give you a little bit of extra bonus points. Let me get this gentleman, and I'm gonna come right back over to you. I see you, but he was waiting.
People talking.
This is just things that I was gonna tell you anyway. This is stuff that you already know. You've seen hundreds of, and some of you maybe even thousands of speeches. You don't need me to tell you how to deliver a great speech. I think you just need confirmation that it's okay to be yourself on stage, and that it's okay to push the envelope a little bit, and that it's okay to get up there and do something that's never been done before. You all already know you're great. I've spoken with you. I've had conversations with you. I've shook your hand. I've taken 50 million selfies. You are all confident. You are all persistent. I'm preaching to the choir. I don't have to keep telling you tips and things that you already know. You just need the confirmation and the encouragement to go ahead and do it. Yes, sir.
Have a short message.
Absolutely.
Start it with a verb, and always try to memorize a message phrase that summarizes your speech.
The phrase that pays, right?
Okay. If you want to say that.
Okay. Give us an example. Absolutely.
Yeah. Turn around.
Turn around, Sherry Sue.
Yeah. Reach out.
Reach out.
Keep picking.
Uh-huh.
Keep picking.
Yes. I see something.
Yeah, I see something in you.
Yeah. That's excellent. Have a phrase that pays. I said this earlier. Nobody's going to remember a 7-minute speech. Well, I mean, some of the kids memorize mine, but thank you. You didn't have to do that. But most likely, after you're talking for 7.5 minutes, they're not going to remember everything you said. But if you have something catchy, something maybe that even rhymes, or even just one word that you constantly repeat, or a sound. What was the sound? Clink, chink, cha-chink, cha-chink, cha-chink. Ouch! That was Darren LaCroix, right? Speak was LaShonda Rundles. Just something simple, a phrase that pays. Absolutely. And the young lady back there with the blue.
I think we should use more hand gestures and
Absolutely.
positioning in the stage so that it organizes the minds of the audience, that it doesn't confuse them with what you're talking to in the reference of the speech.
So use hand gestures, but don't be too extra with the hand gestures.
I mean, make the audience feel in the moment what you're talking about. So provide them the feeling of what you're doing.
Through your hand gestures?
Do your hand gestures and movement on the stage.
And movement on stage. Absolutely. Great. Wonderful. Yes, that's something that we all know. We know we have to use. Who is going to give a speech like this? Today I want you to unleash the champion within you. I want you to give your best. I want you to give your all. You are all amazing. Thank you. This is something that we all know already. You know you have to move a little bit. You know you have to utilize the stage. You know you have to, what I like to say is beg, B-E-G, body language, eye contact, gestures. These are things that we all know. Yes, I'll repeat that. Beg, B-E-G, body language, eye contact, gestures. Nobody's going to deliver a speech like this unless they're talking about somebody who is, God forbid, paralyzed, or talking about a tree with no wind. We all know we have to use this stage. We have to use our body. Nobody's going to deliver a speech like this unless you're talking about how awesome your shoes are or something like that. You know you have to scan the audience. I'm not saying do the awkward stare like you are awesome, you are amazing, you are awesome, you are great. Just a scan. This is stuff that we already know. Great, awesome, wonderful. Who was next? I'm sorry? Visualize your speech. Go deeper into that.
If you visualize, you don't have to by heart a speech. If you visualize, you can deliver a speech very smoothly without any hindrance.
Mapping.
Okay. So visualizing it in your mind?
No, he means visualize completing everything successfully in your speech. Yes, JD? Yeah.
The body. The total speech you visualize.
What?
You see your speech in the front of you and speak. Even
Imagine.
the scenario.
Yeah.
Make yourself the audience.
Imagine. Okay. So
Practice.
imagine.
You write your speech, practice. Then you visualize what
Yes. Okay, I see it. So you see it already in your mind that you're already on stage and that you're already moving and that you're already delivering an outstanding speech. I like that. He said write it down, practice it, and then visualize it. That's great. Where's the mic? Where's the mic? Okay. Him and then her. Yeah.
Hello, Ramona.
Hi.
When you practice your speech, practice it with a loud voice.
A loud voice?
Yes, and instead of practicing it in your mind, so the flows will pops up easily.
So practice it with a loud voice?
Yeah, exactly.
Out loud. Okay, all right. Don't just read it silently to yourself, but actually say it out loud. We all agree with that? Yes? Anybody don't practice out loud? Anybody use the silent technique? Some of us do. That's wonderful. I do agree with that, though. Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Ramona.
Wait, who?
Here.
Oh, okay, here
Sorry,
and then
it's quite near here.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I'm about to give my icebreaker.
For pathways?
Sorry?
For pathways?
No.
Oh.
I have recently joined, actually.
Okay.
On the whole, I'm giving my icebreaker. So what I do to prepare, I'm actually very novice to give any tips how to give speeches. But how I am doing with my icebreaker is whenever I'm cooking in the kitchen or having a shower or standing in my balcony, I always, I'm giving my speech. When your mind is busy in doing something else, and still you are repeating your speech, it actually makes you firmer when it comes to delivery. So whenever, I feel that do not just focus, stand alone or face the wall and then give your speech. Instead, get busy in doing the chores. When you are busy, your mind will again prepare you better for the speech when the time comes. Thank
I like
you.
that. That's kind of what Sandy was saying about getting out of the same environment and just kind of practicing it in a different atmosphere. I like that. We're going to get to you, baby. We're going to get to you.
We need a lot of energy and excitement when we are on the stage for any speech. And for energy, what I do, I take some chocolates and Snicker bars before I come on the stage. So that gives me a lot of energy and it engages the audience.
Energy on stage. That's something we already know, right? Yes, energy on stage. Wonderful. Let me get this young lady right here. I'm sorry? Okay, here, then here. Yeah.
Can I go?
Yes, go ahead.
All right, I know I'm going to quote over what some people said, but I find, personally, that the best speeches I give are the ones that I haven't practiced a lot, as in I haven't thought about where I would move around or anything. I just do it when it's in the moment. It adds more drama and it's more authentic.
So you like impromptu speaking?
Yes, but not on table topics, on a topic that I already know.
Oh, okay.
Because table topics are hard.
So something that you already know about, you don't like to do a whole lot of preparation because you want to kind of live in the moment.
Yeah.
Anybody else do that? Okay.
And add drama to it. Don't just use the textbook way of dividing the stage. Move around. Lie down on the stage if you feel like it.
I like that. She's creative. I mean, Darren LaCroix did it, didn't he? Don't do it because we already saw that. But Darren LaCroix did it. He did it. He was on the floor when he acknowledged the contest chair. So absolutely, be creative, be different. I recommend practicing, but that's just me personally. If that works for you, then more power to you, honey. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Transitions and pauses.
Transitions and pauses. Absolutely. You have to go from one point smoothly to the next. Metaphors and similes, vivid language.
What I feel is that I took it. Sorry. In one of the workshops, I took this inspiration from Dhananjay. It seems his winning speech, he took 5 years to actually get the final product.
Wow.
So what I have learned from there is that it cannot be a 2-minute noodle or something instant. It has to simmer to add that flavor. It has to marinate to add that flavor. So this is what I feel, that for that winning international speech, you really have to take some time, practice, and then feel it, and then go about it.
Good. I like that. Let it simmer. Let it marinate.
I have a point.
Where?
One second. Murli, can you recommend me? There is a Darren J. I disagree with her to an extent, because there was a time when Darren J had to prepare a speech in 2 days and gave his final speech, and he won. So you don't always marinate a speech for very long. Another thing is that you need to, in the speech, you need to give scope for improvisation when you are delivering the speech, to add that spontaneity or callbacks. So you need to have scope for that in your speech. Second is, the speech should not be too much preachy, because we are generally speaking to people who know things. So we are only informing them in a different, interesting way. So it should not be too preachy. It should be subtle, so that people can understand from what you are saying itself and appreciate what you are saying.
Awesome. Thank you. See? It's subjective. Some things you want to keep the same, but you at the end of the day, you have to do what works for you. Yes, sir.
The runner-up, Sherry Sue, happened to share with me that she had to rewrite her speech more than 150 times.
Wow. Wow.
Which she delivered on the semi-final. Yeah.
So he said, rewrite your
150
speech.
times she had to rewrite the speech.
Wow. I wouldn't do that, but if that works for you, you go right ahead. I'll take 2 more, and then I'll give you my insight. Anybody else want to share? The young man back there. There and then there.
I think the best prepared speech in when the audience feel that it is an improvisation speech. It is spontaneous to the level that the audience feel that it is impromptu. And the best impromptu speech, when it is felt by the audience that it is well prepared. So I think, speaking from your heart, do all what you did, what you said now, but naturally. This is the most important thing, to let the audience feel that it's like I'm improvising.
Okay, I like that. And like you said, with a lot of preparation, you can improvise. When those unexpected things happen, if you practice your speech over and over and over, when I did my speech, I shared this example the other day. And when I said, I'm still standing, yeah, 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 and the audience said, we're still standing, and they said, that was unexpected. You see, I said, ooh, very nice. That was unexpected, but I practiced my speech over and over and over, so I didn't get lost or caught up, or I didn't freeze in that moment, because I knew exactly what was supposed to come next. So personally, I like the preparation, because you can wiggle it, you can finagle it. It can be more flexible when you know exactly what you're supposed to say, because then you can maneuver it in any way, but then still stay on task and on track. Let me hear from this young gentleman, and then I'll end with my insight.
Hello there.
That young gentleman, and then that young gentleman. Let me get him first, because he was waiting, and then I'll come back. I'll end with you. You.
You practice your speech in front of the mirror.
Practice in front of the mirror. Who does that? In front of the mirror? Yes. Who records themselves on the phone or a laptop? That's good. What else? Oh, what else? What else do you do? Mirror, cell phone. Practice with your family. Yes. What'd you say, Sandy? Practice with your kids. Practice while driving. Practice in the shower. Practice while you're doing the dishes. Yes. Good. Yes. Practice in the mirror. Excellent. And we'll end with you right here, sir.
Hi, Ramona.
Hi.
I'm glad that I'm the last person to speak, but I was just waiting for this moment to say that somewhere I feel that while practicing a speech, you can unleash your hidden talent somewhere inside. Yes, what I've had seen in myself is that, that I do have some talent which I have not known, but others had seen in me. Someone told me that I do have a very nice wide smile that is very attractive when you give a speech. So you just have to use that talent somewhere in your speech. So
Use your hidden talent somewhere.
yeah, so that's like not a talent, it's one kind of a strength what you have.
Okay, so find a strength and use it in your speech.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
That's what.
That's great. That's wonderful. These are great tips. And it's pretty much everything that I was going to say to you. Let me go through still standing with you and tell you some of the things that I did. First of all, I knew I wanted a concise title. Who remembers Aaron Beverly's speech title? It had 57 words. Do you remember that? I don't remember the title, but it was very long. And that was cute, but don't do that again. We want short and sweet. I think one of the previous world champions and a few people actually agreed with this. 7 syllables or less, right? Less than 7 syllables. Still standing. Pull less, bend more. I see something. Keep the title simple and concise. And your title can be your phrase that pays, or you can have a completely different phrase that pays. When we were watching Lance Miller's video earlier, the name of his speech was The Ultimate Question. But his phrase that pays was, do it again? Cha-ching. Cha-ching. That's very important. You still always want to have that small title, and you definitely want to have a phrase that pays. Mine was still standing. Those are 2 things that you want to consider in my personal opinion. This is my personal opinion. It's not written in stone. With still standing, I was thinking on an international and global level. We know at the international contest, some people are not going to speak English as a first language. Some people are not going to speak Arabic as a first language. Some people are not going to speak Spanish as a first language. We have people who speak all different languages from all over the world. So one thing I know that I had to do was slow down, because I naturally talk fast. And if I'm running off like this, you're not going to know what I'm saying. So when you're thinking about that international speech level, keep in mind that people all over the world may not understand some of the things that you're saying. So keep it simple and keep it basic, and try not to use jargon or use holidays that people may not be familiar with. If I would have got up there and I said, Christmas is my favorite holiday, some people are like, okay, well, I don't celebrate Christmas, and then they'll tune out. I was actually practicing my speech in a hotel room in Chicago with a few of my district leaders, and I was going to say something like, I can fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That's why they call me Muhammad Ali. And one of the ladies in there stopped me and she said, who is Muhammad Ali? And so I'm like, oh, I'm not keeping the audience in mind. While many countries around the world know about boxing, which is why I chose the theme, and for you fellas, I know this is all wrong. You look like a fighter. I know this is wrong, so I apologize. I know this is not a hook. I now know that's an uppercut, so I apologize. I think that's the hook. But I use boxing to resonate with the men, because if I come out in high heels, you're going to be expecting me to do something like this or like this. But I said, no, buddy, we right here. We right here. So I wanted to keep everybody in mind, and I didn't want to say anything that a lot of people couldn't relate to. Because even if you've never seen a boxing match, if I step in your face and I do this, you know what's going on. You know something is not right. Something is wrong. This means defense. So I wanted to choose an international theme and an international topic. Boxing, staying in the ring, we all face difficulties. We all face challenges. If there's anyone in here who's never taken a loss or who's never experienced a failure, you will. You will. But if you learn from other people's mistakes and you learn from your past experiences, you'll be okay. You'll be all right as long as you hang in there. Everybody can relate to that message. I didn't say anything that was only pertaining to Americans. I didn't say anything that was only pertaining to Omani people or Kuwaiti people or African American people. It was a very simple and basic topic. With still standing, I used a lot of body language. Some of the feedback that I got was that I was too animated. Why is she up there? Is she auditioning for a movie? Never read the YouTube comments. Never. I don't know why I read them, because they're very bad. But I got up there and I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm round one. But guess what? That's who I am. That's who I am. While it's very important to use body gestures and eye contact and move across the stage, you have to do it in a way that's comfortable for you. I do like the idea of creating a hologram. When I talked about round 1, I was here. This is all round 1. When I talked about round 2, I was here. This is all round 2. When I talked about round 3, I was right here. Why do we do that? Because most of us read from left to right. I know, and I'm going to learn Arabic soon. Please forgive me. I'm going to learn. But I know in Arabic we read right to left. But majority of people read from left to right. So if I start here, your eyes are following me. If I only talk about round 1, you'll remember that. If that's only round 2, you'll remember that. Round 3 is my final point. That's center stage. I'll wrap back around to round 3 when I'm finished. So I do like the idea of using the hologram on stage just to be organized and so the audience can follow you. I also like you questions and asking the audience questions. I feel like God bless you, a lot of times when we're speaking or we're writing our speeches, we don't keep the audience in mind. It's all about me, me, me. It's my speech, my stage, my words, my moment. No, it's not. Keep your audience in mind. One of my long-term mentors, Larry Sapansky, said, you should consider using a you question every minute to a minute and a half in your speech. So if your speech is 6 minutes long, you should have about 3 or 4 you questions. One of the kids, give me an example of a you question. Have you ever felt so broken? Absolutely. What did you think about that? Can you think of a time when life tried to knock you down? You questions. Keep the audience in mind. That's something that we all know. I think one of the children mentioned that. With still standing, I also practiced a lot. I didn't write it down 150 times like Sherry Sue did. Does anybody else do 150 times? That's like a writing assignment. I wrote it down and I practiced probably 150 times after I wrote it out. So I'm a firm believer in practicing and preparing and rehearsing because I feel like practice makes perfect. That's not just with speaking, that's with anything you do in life. Athletes, anybody play sports, cricket, tennis, soccer, football? What is this? You practice how you play? Yeah? The way you practice is the way you play? It's the same with speaking. If I get up here and I haven't practiced my speech, one of the main things I'm going to do is because I didn't practice and I didn't get the kinks out. That's why I'm a firm believer in practicing and preparing for your speech. If you're someone like the young lady who doesn't have to and you just have that natural talent, God bless you. I don't have that. I have to work out the kinks. So I do believe in practicing. The night before still standing, I probably practiced it 100 times. I didn't write it out 100 times, but I practiced it over and over. I said it out loud, and I was pacing at 4 o'clock in the morning in my pajamas in the hotel, pacing back and forth, doing the speech. So I do believe in practicing the speech. With still standing, I did something that was a little bit out of the ordinary. Sometimes people sing in their speeches. I know Mark Brown sang in his speech. I know LaShonda Rundle sang in her speech. I'm not saying you have to sing. You might not have the best voice in the world. I don't. You might not have the courage to get up there and belt out something, but that part is just having something different. What are you going to bring this year that we've never seen before? I want you to take some time and think about that. Nobody wants to see Ramona Smith anymore. Nobody wants to see another Darren LaCroix or another Mark Brown or another Jim Key or another I See Something. Really think about what difference you're going to bring, what unique element you're going to bring this year for your speeches. If you've already been doing your speeches and you don't have anything yet, if you're about to go to, what's next, area or division?
Some people have not gone to area.
Okay. So whatever speech that contest you're preparing for, what is that element that you're going to have that everybody's going to be doing next year? Bring something different to the table. Don't be afraid to take calculated risks. I know that there was one lady who got up there and she, it's children in here. That's not a good example. don't get up there and do backflips and then try to hurt yourself. Don't overdo it, but give us something that we've never seen before. How many of you watched the previous world champions on YouTube? Watch them. And it's okay to grab a little bit from each one, but I had never, in all the speeches that I watched, I'd never seen somebody do this. I never seen somebody talk about boxing. I've seen some people talk about failures and challenges, but the spin that I brought to it was the boxing, the still standing. So really think about, thank you. Thank you. So really think about what you want to bring different to the table this year. And another thing that I really think that some of us don't keep in mind is stepping on the laughs. Have we heard about that? Stepping on laughter? What does that mean?
It means when people are laughing, you speak over the laughter.
Yes. Young people, are we familiar with that? Stepping on the laughter? Like if you're doing a humorous joke and you say something very, very, very funny and everybody's like, ah, ha, 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 but you cut off that last ha. Nobody laughs like that. I'm sorry. If you and you cut off the laughter, that's kind of offensive to the audience. It's like, I was trying to laugh with you. I was trying to connect with you, and you kept moving on the speech. So make sure if they're laughing, first of all, add time in your speech for unexpected things and laughter. Add time for that in your speech. And when it happens, wait for it. Wait till it calms down a little bit, and then jump into it. Yes, sir?
Should you laugh with the audience? Because I've seen people do that. Is it?
That's subjective thing. Some people probably say no, stand there. I say if it was funny, give a little chuckle. Maybe not a weird, awkward laugh like I did, but be genuine in the moment. If you're genuinely laughing and connecting, do it. If you're not, then just wait for it. Pausing is another big thing. If you notice in my speech, I didn't really do a lot of talking. I did a lot of, and then the pauses and the movement, the silence in a speaking contest speaks volumes. Those pauses are so important. After you ask a you question, take a little pause. Where was I when I think I was with some children. It was at the open house the other night. And I would say something, and I would say, pause for effect. The kids know that. What is that? What's the dude, Mr. Gru? No! The cartoon, the Minions. What is the movie? Yeah! Despicable Me. Thank you. See? I need your brains. Despicable Me. Pause for effect. So, how did that make you feel? Let it simmer. Let it marinate. Yes, like some good chicken. Let it simmer. Let it marinate. Or vegetarians like what's a good? Lentils. Let it simmer. If you say something striking, and at that point, I knew I would never give up. Pause for effect. Okay? Those pauses are really impactful. They move people. They make the audience think. That's another way to connect. We're still standing. I did have a call to action. I believe strongly in the call to action. What is the call to action?
The take-home message like?
I'm sorry?
Take-home message.
Yes, the take-home message. What was my take-home message in still standing? Keep fighting, stay in the ring. Make sure you have a call to action. All this stuff you guys already know. It was just me repeating it, and it was me sharing what I did in my speech. Unleashing the champion within is really, to me, in my honest opinion, understanding who you are, not being afraid to be yourself, and already knowing that you are a champion without the trophy. Just because you don't win a contest or you don't have a trophy does not mean that you're not a champion, especially you young people. Just because you didn't win or you don't win, that does not mean that you're a loser or you're a failure. It's a learning experience. Learn about it next time and move on with your life. Because in life, it's going to sometimes be like a fight. It's going to sometimes be like a fight. And you're not going to win everything unless you're perfect. And I don't know anybody in here who's perfect. You're not going to win every time. So don't focus on the tangible things. Focus on the intangible things that are within you. Focus on your integrity, on your honesty, on your hard work. Focus on connecting with other people. My leaders, focus on service. Serving others is another way to help you unleash the champion within you. because it's something about serving others that uplifts your spirit. I don't know what it is, but when you help somebody in need, it gives you a sense of satisfaction. When somebody comes to you and they need something and you're able to help them, don't you feel like a champion? No? No? Okay. Some of us do. When I help other people, it makes me feel good. When I give a great speech, it makes me feel good. That's how I know I'm unleashing the champion within myself. I'm giving you the best of me. I'm working on the things that I need improvement on. I'm strengthening my strengths and not focusing on my weakness. So my call to action for this evening is, how are you going to discover how to unleash the champion within you? And it doesn't have to be anything major. Like I said, ladies, take a spa day. Take a day where you just go to the movies with yourself. Fellas, get a shave. I don't know what men do. What do men do? Go fishing. Buy a nice pair of shiny boots. I don't know what men do. Well, whatever men do, take some time and do it. Take some time for yourself. Be a couch potato. That's fine. You have to take some time to discover the champion within you so that you can unleash the champion within you. It's just all about being who you are and being comfortable with who you are. I don't have all the answers. That trophy didn't make me who I am. I was already Ramona J. Smith before I stepped on that final stage. I was already a confident woman. I was already intelligent. I was already helpful. I was already cheerful and at peace within myself. The trophy was the icing on the cake, or the strawberry on the wedding cake, or whatever. It was a little sweetener, but I was already all that before I got on stage. So you need to understand that nothing on the outside is going to make you a champion. It's all within here. Build within here. Build up that energy. Build up that confidence. Build up all that effort and all that hard work and all that self-love. And when you build it all up in here, and you build it all up in here, and you build it all up in here, whew, that's when you unleash the champion within. Back to you.